Hey, so if you're a content creator and you already have an audience full of people that you provide value to through your content, then I really want you to pay attention to this video because I'm about to show you the exact method that you can use to convert your audience into cash anywhere from 10 to 50K in the next 30 days. I'm also going to show you exactly how a creator with 150,000 followers on Instagram was able to make over $100,000 in just 60 days with a brand new offer. And more importantly, why the way she did this was not the most effective way to monetize, and how she could have done this in a better way that would have allowed her to collect over 15x the amount of cash per client by implementing the hybrid conversion thesis. But before I get into that, I want to speak about who I am and why I'm doing this. So a couple years ago, I got what I thought was the dream job within software engineering. It was at a big tech company. I was making well over 10K a month when I was only 20 years old. And I remember being in that job and going on Instagram and seeing people online with personal brands printing magnitudes more cash than I was in supposedly one of the best jobs in one of the best industries. I remember very specifically finding someone who had an Airbnb mentorship offer with a few thousand followers on Instagram. And in his bio, it said that he had 700 students in the program. I did some digging and I discovered that the program costed $1,000. And I did the math in my head. And I realized that's $700,000, and that would take me years to make in this current position. And this really made me realize that it's not about how hard I worked, it's more about what vehicle I'm in, right? And this prompted me to drop out of college, stop software engineering, even though I had a promising career ahead of me, to work in this new economy, this creator economy or the attention economy. And we're still in the early stages of this. Over the next 6 years, it's projected that this economy is going to over 4x and go from $127.6 billion to over $500 billion. Basically, we're in the midst of a massive gold rush in terms of the creator economy or attention economy. And education is shifting away from universities and large institutions towards digital apprenticeship, where basically you'd rather work closer with people who are where you want to be than you would go to a large institution and get some random degree or something like that. Same thing goes for providing services online. You'd rather just find someone who's really good at what they do and pay them for it than go to a big company most times. And social media is allowing anyone to make a living off their expertise, regardless of how niche it is, right? As Naval Ravikant says, if you were the best blacksmith in the world, but you lived in a tiny village, you would starve. But now you could be the best at something, tell everyone, and the internet connects you to everyone. So it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you have value to provide, the internet and social media can connect you with people who will pay you for that value. And what I'm doing is I'm positioning myself as the one with the business infrastructure that allows people to actually convert their skills and convert the attention that they've gathered in their audience into a real profitable online business and enter this booming market. So it's 2024, and at this point, there's an abundance of people who've been able to build up an audience of loyal followers, but there's a huge problem that creators face after they get all this attention. And this is that they're just completely lost in terms of being able to convert this attention into cash. Basically, they have the social media skills to capture the attention, but they lack the business skills to actually be able to get rich off of the followers they have. And if you have a large audience, you're sitting on the most valuable resource in today's economy, which is attention. As Hormozi says, attention is the new oil. And if you don't understand that, then you don't understand what is valuable in today's economy. And as Chamath says, content creators are the modern form of demand generation. And if you have an audience, your audience is already full of people who would happily invest into your programs, but you just need the right systems and processes to convert them from audience members into paying clients. I know people with barely 1,000 followers raking in 10K weeks, and then others with over 100,000 followers that are struggling to make a sale. I see this time and time again, and the coaches with a strong client acquisition and sales process will beat the coaches with a large audience every single time. The thing that's going to make you the most amount of money isn't the amount of people in your audience, but your ability to actually convert an audience member into a paying client. To do this, you need a strong offer with product market fit, content assets in place to educate and warm up your audience, and a strong appointment setting and sales process. Now, imagine if you had these strong conversion processes in place and you had a large audience of people ready to buy. These people are making livings off of small amounts of followers just because of their ability to convert. If you had that in a large audience, what would happen? And in this video, I'm going to break down the exact systems and processes that you can use to convert your audience members into cash and build a profitable business around your area of expertise. So who is this for? If you're providing value to your audience and it's focused on a specific niche, then this will work for you. If it's about fitness, relationships, nutrition, business, confidence, dating, any one of these niches where you have value to provide and you're an expert within that niche, that's good. If you're making less than 15K a month from your following, or if you have a high ticket program already, but you're struggling to fill up your calendar with ready to buy leads or to actually collect cash and close deals on your sales calls, And most importantly, if you have a large audience across platforms. If you don't have a large audience already, this is easily solvable with audience building ads. You just need some money to invest to actually build it up. But this video is more geared towards people who already have the audience in place. If you're looking for the whole process of how to build the audience and then convert it, you could watch the video linked in the description. And one of my clients, Jasmine, was able to close two $3,000 deals within just a few weeks, even though she had under 500 followers for a relationship coaching offer. But the bigger the audience, the better this works. So who is this not for? If you're just posting random content that goes viral and doesn't really provide value, this isn't for you. If you're able to go viral with like random comedy skits and stuff like that, good luck turning that into an offer, but this is not for you. If you're not able to actually provide a valuable transformation to someone who needs help within your area of expertise, this also is not for you. And lastly, if you're not motivated to actually get wealthy and are really comfortable with your life situation and you have no desire to really level up in life and put in the work to build a real business, this also is not for you. So how did I come up with this process? I was providing a similar service to people regardless of their audience size, and this still works for sure. Like I said, Jasmine was able to close a couple of 3K deals with only 400 followers. Steven, who is a fitness coach trying to sell like $100 a month fitness coaching, was able to close a $2,000 deal. And Omar, another fitness coach, was able to hit a 20K month with only 5K followers. But the thing is, if you have a minimum of 10,000 followers, ideally over 100,000, there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't be able to collect a minimum of 20K in cash in the next few weeks. So there are 4 essential steps to be able to consistently sell high ticket online. The first is generating attention, which is basically just getting new eyeballs, owning the attention, which is, capturing them into your ecosystem as followers or subscribers, educating the attention so the audience knows, likes, and trusts you, and basically they understand that your process is what will solve their problem or get them their desired result. And lastly, converting the attention, which is the ability to make sales. And by targeting people that already have a large audience, they've already done the first 3 steps. They've generated the attention, they own the attention in their ecosystem, and they're educating the attention through their process. So all I need to do is come into their business and build a solid conversion process for them. And basically, I'm able to provide a more impressive win quicker for my clients. And something that's really popular right now in terms of converting attention are low ticket paid communities. And some friends of mine were able to generate 102K in just 62 days for a client by launching a low ticket paid community. But they still came to me to learn how they could implement high ticket offers and the high ticket sales process for their clients. This is the video breaking down how they did that. And, the question is, why would they not just stick to what they're doing if they're able to generate results this impressive? And why would they come to me to learn to make the shift over to high ticket? And it's simple. First off, you maximize the front end earning potential. So as you can see here, there were 375 orders that went into generating this 102K. And my question is, of these 375 people, how many of them would have been willing to pay 2, 5, or even 10K for a high ticket one-to-one coaching program? This would have allowed them to collect so much more cash up front, and then anyone who didn't buy the high ticket could just be downsold into the low ticket. So every single person in the audience is actually being capitalized on. There's also a lot less building involved, which means that you're able to collect cash quicker without building out a whole sales funnel with landing pages, checkout pages, VSLs, websites, and all that stuff. Building out this low ticket community took them around a month before they were able to launch it. But with high ticket, you can collect this type of cash within the first few weeks. And honestly, for most creators, low ticket communities as a main offer just don't work because there's not enough value in a low ticket community alone. So the better way is what I like to call the hybrid growth thesis, which is a combination of both high ticket offers and a low ticket community. And the way this works is that for anyone who doesn't buy the high ticket pitch, downselling them into the low ticket community is so easy because they've been anchored on such a high price. Once they're in this community and paying you for it, they're going to receive value in the community, which can then upsell them into that high ticket program that you originally tried to sell them on. Also, if someone joins a low ticket community to start, they can receive value in that community and be nurtured within that community and ascended up the value ladder until you're able to sell them that high ticket program. So basically, if someone doesn't have the money to invest into a high ticket program, can still capitalize on them. And also, if someone joins that low ticket program, upselling them into the high ticket program is going to be so much easier because they've already received value from you. And something else that's great is that you create MRR. So every single month, you're getting paid from the members of this community, regardless of if you're making high ticket sales or not. All right, so how do you actually get audience members to buy your stuff? There's only 3 things that you need for this. The first is you need to craft offers that your audience actually wants to buy and would be willing to pay for. Basically, establishing product market fit. The market is your audience, and your product needs to cater to your audience desires and pain points. After creating this offer, you need to have a process to actually schedule appointments with qualified audience members who are interested in buying your offers. And lastly, you need to have a solid sales process to actually be able to close these deals and get people on the calls to buy your offers. So how do we actually establish product market fit? So we're going to go to your audience, of course, because your audience is the market that we're going to be selling to. By doing things like posting question stickers on your story, posting polls that ask about your audience pain points and their desired outcomes, and even by offering free consulting calls with your audience, we're able to collect data on what they actually want. And in addition to the data of what your audience wants, it's also important to see what's already working in the market. So within my network, I have access to thousands of coaches who already have winning offers. And with all of this data that comes from your audience and from other winning offers within the market right now, we're able to create a high ticket offer, which is basically providing a transformation from a pain point to a desired outcome for a specific type of person with your unique method. That's really all you need. Now, in terms of packaging this up so people actually buy it, that's something a lot more complex that I'm not going to go into this video. And then for the low ticket community, you basically take this same transformation and you're offering it on a one-to-many basis with a community. And there's basically no involvement on your end, and the client gets the intro level value that will allow them to upsell themselves into the high ticket program in the future. Basically, you just need some course content, a community discussion, and maybe a weekly group call. So after you've created an offer with product market fit, you need to be able to book appointments to sell this offer. Basically, we need your audience members to raise their hand and opt into something so we could begin a conversation with them. And the way that you do this is with call to action posts, where basically you're just asking your audience to opt in by DMing you a keyword, by commenting, or something like that. Retargeting ads serve the same purpose as posting a CTA post, but it'll just be shown continually to your audience over time. And after the audience members opt into these CTAs, it's essential that you have an appointment setter that actually handles the conversations with these leads. If you're spending all day in the DMs, especially when you have a large audience, this is a super low leverage activity and likely won't allow you to scale. So this appointment setter is basically just going to be managing your DMs. They're going to be qualifying people to make sure that they're actually serious about investing and they have money to buy. They're going to be educated on your offer so they're able to nurture leads until they're ready to schedule an appointment. They could do this by, sending them educational sales assets that are optimized for sales conversion. These are basically videos that you make that speak directly to your ideal client's pain points and desired outcomes and frame yourself as the person that can get them from their pain points to their desired outcomes. And then also they're able to actually schedule a sales call with a booking link. So it just shows up in your calendar and you show up to these pre-qualified appointments, and all you need to do is basically onboard them. And the end result of your audience members opting into a CTA post and the appointments that are qualifying them and nurturing them and sending them sales assets and scheduling the call is basically you have a calendar full of qualified leads, and all you need to do is show up to these calls and close deals. And in terms of closing deals, it's very important that the prospect consumes these educational sales assets that are optimized for conversion. When I say conversion, I basically just mean converting them from an audience member into a paying client. And if these prospects consume enough of this before the call, they're going to show up pre-sold and ready to buy. And this is something that can be automated with both the appointment setter and the show up sequence. So after someone books a call, they can be sent a certain sequence of videos that will get them ready to buy on the call. On this call with your audience member, you're basically just going to follow the high converting sales script and the objection handling frameworks that are customized for your offer and your ideal client avatar. If you're able to close the deal, then you collect anywhere from 3 to 10K cash just from this one call for your high ticket program. And if they don't join the program, then it's super easy to downsell them into this low ticket community. If they know that working with you costs anywhere from 3 to 10K, and you have this offer that basically gets them the same result for $50 a month, they're going to buy it. And the great thing about these communities is that it establishes MRR. So each month you're getting paid regardless of if you're closing high ticket deals or not. And there's no better place than your own community to continue nurturing these leads until they're ready to be upsold back into the high ticket program. And after they've received value from you, they're so much more likely to actually buy that high ticket program. A lot of times people don't buy because they're not sure what's on the other side of investing. And if you can show them in this low ticket program that you can help them and provide value to them, then it's so much more likely that they're going to invest into this high ticket program. So basically, this is the whole process of establishing product market fit, booking qualified appointments, and closing deals. So if you're a creator with an audience and you've made it to the end of this video and you understand that these processes are the most efficient route to actually capitalize on your audience, there's 2 things that you can do from here. So the first is that you can take these processes that I've just broken down and go out and test and experiment and try to get this to work for yourself. Or the second option is that we can hop on a call and I can actually break down what these systems would actually look like for your audience specifically. and make you a roadmap on how I would actually go about implementing this to monetize on your audience. Ideally, I can help you shortcut this whole process and give you a proven roadmap based on what I've tried and tested with my clients, not to mention the tens of thousands of dollars I've invested into other mentors over the past couple years. So I really hope that this video provided you a lot of clarity and you have a much better idea on how to actually turn your audience into a thriving business. And once again, if you would like to shortcut this process and learn what this would look like for your business, you can go ahead and book a call with me in the link in the description. Thank you so much and have a splendid day. Cheers.